Okay, recording? Cool. Let's do something today. So, when it comes to creating projects, I'm not really a big fan of complicated like infrastructure and deployment techniques because most of the time when I'm deploying a project, it's usually just to show off to someone or kind of use it as a portfolio example. And I think a lot of people are also in the same situation. It's not like you're always trying to start a business and trying to get like 1 million users a month. You don't really need anything that crazy. So, if let's say you wanted to deploy an app to the cloud and use like AWS, for example, how would you go about that in like the easiest way possible? Like, for example, I'm not good with Docker. I don't really care for it most of the time, except for like at work. But in my own projects, I can get away with not doing that because my projects are usually pretty simple. And so in this video, I'm going to show you how to create like a full stack app with Flask and how we can deploy it to the cloud and secure it relatively pretty simple with Cloudflare and avoid any of the whole mess that you would have to go through if you were to follow online tutorials from others who give you like this whole long step-by-step process of like deploying a bunch of other services and tools and frameworks along with it. So today, let's just keep it as easy as possible. I'm just gonna create a Flask app, create a front end for it, create an EC2 instance on AWS, and then just deploy it in production mode and see what happens. So for me, I can't remember how to do anything. So I'm going to be using references a lot of times. So yeah. Anyway, I have a repo right now called example full stack here. And basically it's just a Git repo with a README file. And I think there's also a git ignore. Yes, a git ignore configured for Python. Yes, okay. So first thing I usually do when I start a project from fresh is just create a virtual environment. So I'll just do python 3-m-env.env. So that creates a virtual environment in the .ven folder. And then I'll just activate it. And that activates my virtual environment. So I'm just going to install Flask. That's the first thing. So I'll do pip install Flask. And then that's it. Okay, so then I'm going to pip freeze. Just get requirements.txt. And my project structure is not like this. Simple enough. Okay, so I'm also going to create a main.py file that will contain like my service. For example, let's say you want like a front end and a back end kind of thing, right? So yeah, so let's do that. So I'm going to then do I guess vim dot no, not vim, nvim. Okay, so I'm going to create a main.py file, and then it's going to be pretty simple. So it's just going to be print hello world for now. Okay, just to get something working, and I'll usually just test it. Okay, and it's just hello world. All right, so far so good. Now it's time to actually structure our Flask app. So I'm gonna look that up. Flask, Python. So Flask. All right, welcome to Flask. So let's just do our quick start right here. Minimal application, right? So it's just this: from Flask, import Flask, blah blah blah. I'm gonna do I guess nvim dot again. Just go main.py, and then I'm gonna do from Flask import Flask. Ooh, the font's too small. Let's change it. I'm using a new terminal. Okay, there we go. Okay, so yeah, just do this import, and then I'm gonna just do app equals Flask thunder name, same thing as usual. app.route, the index route, and then do def, come on, def hello. I don't need a hello world. Return something. Okay, so that's our app itself. Now we want to launch it, right? So we can just do this command here, but we're gonna listen on all interfaces and port 5000, I guess. So if I were to, let's just say, can I split window? Let's see. How do I split the current window? I can't do that. Oh, it's because split pane down. Let's do that. Okay, so we have a down pane. Okay, so back on nvim, let's do main. Okay, now let's just do this. So we're still on our project directory. I'll just do flask -- app main run -- host 0.0.0.0 -- port 5000. Okay, oops. Oh, I'm not in my virtual environment. Activate. This is new session. There we go. Okay, so now I'm running. Let's just test it. So localhost 5000. Okay, I get something. So far, so good. All right, so let's actually serve some static files. Okay, but to make that easier, let's just create like a Vite app. A Vite React type of app. So we can do that. So we do Vite. Next generation of front-end tooling. Okay, so guide, and then I'm going to just create, you know what, let's just stick with vanilla JavaScript, and then wait, this is example. I want to create the first project. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Vite create at latest. That's not what I want. I want template. Okay, so -- template, in this case vanilla, just vanilla. So if I were to go back to the terminal, okay, I'm just gonna create a front end folder here. So I could just do npm create Vite at latest, and then I'm gonna call it front end, and then I'll just do template is going to be vanilla, and then see what happens. So it's gonna install a package, and then if I were to go to that folder, I have a front end folder. Just go in here, and then I should have a package.json. I'll just do npm install. It's installing stuff. Okay, so install 3 packages. Now let's start up that server. Okay, so I'll just do this again. Npm run dev. Okay, so it's on localhost 5173. Okay, so I have a simple JavaScript app here. Okay, so I have a front end and I have a back end. If you call it a back end. Okay, so going back, you know what? Let's do this. Oops. Okay, let's do alias vim. It's gonna be nvim. Think that will finally, yeah, that fixes it. Okay, but I'm not on this. I'm not on the right folder. Okay. Vim pi. Okay. So, all right. Now, this is a development, right? This is a development app. Okay. So let's just go and edit our front end to make it better. So. See here, I think it's gonna be, what is it gonna be? Main.js. I don't know where it is. See, front end. Okay, source. Okay, so if I do vim dot, I can search here. Is it main.js? Yeah, it's main. Is it main.js? No, it's not. It is counter.js. Okay, so we do counter.js. Okay. Oh, it's not React. That's why. Oh, okay. So it's not this. It is React, just regular React. Okay. All right. So if I do rmrf front end, okay, npm create beat atlas front end React, and I should probably kill this thing here. Okay. Okay. Let's do it all over again. In fact, I'll do it in here. So I do npm install and then npm run dev and then see what happens. Huh? Oh, this is from the old one. C front end. Okay, let's do that again. That was literally vanilla JavaScript, not React. So that's why I was thrown off. Okay, so it should still be the same thing, right? Like it should still be this. Okay, so it says edit source.app.jsx. Okay, so app.jsx right there. Okay, so what we can do is let's just get rid of all this, right? And let's just make something that we recognize. My cool app. Okay, and then let's just do that. Let's do that. Clean it up a little bit. Yeah, clean it up a little bit. Okay. Main.pop. Okay. So, let's do a button that will fetch something from the backend, right? So, why don't we have like a little an addition API? Let's just say that an addition API. So if we can do this from Flask import requests, and then we could say import JSON. Maybe we need JSON. I don't know. Okay, so we could say def sum. Okay, and then I think it's just basically going to be like rec JSON. It's going to be request.json, and it's just a property, I believe. But it's okay. We can just print rec JSON, and then we'll just return something here, and then we'll just use, for example, Bruno. Okay. Cancel. So I was working on something else before that, but let's just do this. So HTTP and just get. Actually, you know what? Let's do a post. So I didn't even define stuff. So was it method? Methods? Post, sorry. Okay. Okay, let's see how that works now. Let's do this one. Let's do sum. Okay. And then let's do HTTP localhost 5000 sum. So that is a simple API. So we're gonna send JSON. Okay. Message. Hello from client. Okay. So let's send that and see what happens. Okay, not found. Oh, because I didn't reload. So again, I should put debug to just hot reload when I need to. I'm just assuming you know Flask. So yeah, I get the JSON here, message hello from client. So with that, basically I can do something like this. A equals rec JSON A, and then maybe B equals rec JSON B. Okay. And then I could just do C equals int A plus int B, and then I can just return JSON itself. Result could be C. Okay, so this is how that works. So I send that. Key error. Oh, I didn't have key error. So sorry, work tired me out. 8. Let's do that. Okay, 13. So simple API. Let's just on the other side create a front end that would just ask for stuff. Okay, so going back here to app.jsx, let's just create maybe an input text. Actually, let's do this. Number. Okay. Then let's just do input. Let's see here. Yeah, let's just do that. And then input type equals number. Okay. And let's just have like a label. Label plus. Something like that. Okay. And then another label here. It's gonna be equals. And then we'll have a div that has a result. Okay. And then we can say something like this. Const sum set sum equals to state. Okay. We'll say 0, or let's just say this. Okay. And then here we can say sum. And then we'll need basically, actually we can just do this. Okay. Cool. Great. Ugly, but works. Okay, so we need a button too. So we'll need another div here. Button type equals button. What do we call this? Yeah, we just do this. Solve. Okay. And then we just click on this button. It should solve something. Okay. So we could say const a, set a. This is using really basic React, okay? So we can say 0, const b, set b, equals to state 0. And then we can say const handle a change, or yeah, this is to handle a change, handle change a. That's better. Use callback. Okay, dependency array would be what? What are we? Not yet. Okay, anyway, we'll take in an event. You know, we'll say maybe a val. Okay, constant val a is going to be e.target.value. Okay, if we do set a is going to be val a, and then we could do the same thing for b. Okay. This one. Okay. B. Okay. So val b. Okay. And then we could do b and b. Okay. And then basically the only thing that is dependent here is going to be set a, set b. Okay. Now we can say on change. Is that what it is? Handle change a, then on change, handle change b. Okay, and then I think we need a default value. I think that's how it goes. A, okay, and then default value is going to be b, and I think that's it, right? So, okay, so then now let's have our button to solve. So then it's gonna be const submit submit. Use callback. Okay. Okay, so now this has to be regenerated whenever A and B change, for sure. We don't need E, so therefore I can do this. Okay. Then for now I'm just gonna console log A, something like this. Maybe A plus B. Okay. Okay, and then I could do set sum. A plus B. Okay, and this also needs set sum. Okay. So this could be some that is good. Okay. So let's just test. So if I say 6 plus 3, that didn't solve. Why is that? Oh, I didn't even hook up. Was it on click? Trying to do this too fast. Okay, there we go. 63. Okay, so why is it 63? Because as it turns out, these are being read as strings. So what I want to do is, this is bad, but quick hack. Parse int with base 10. This one too is going to be parse int with base 10. Okay. Solve that. Does that work? Let's see. Hot reload. Okay. Let's do it. 6 plus 3 solve 9. Perfect. Okay. So we have something. And we could call this app. Let's call this app cool sum. Okay. Oops. Cool sum. Okay. And still works. Cool. Okay, so eventually we want to basically send this over to backend, right? And let's just I don't know, how should we do this? Let's do cores first, right? Like, this is for sure going to be like a problem, right? So first of all, we need to define API endpoint, right? So we just do const API endpoint. For now, it's hard coded. Okay. Base API endpoint. How's that? Base API endpoint. So what we really want to do is just do this. Let's see. Const result is going to be a plus b. Okay. We'll set result, and then we'll just say maybe fetch. What is it? Base API endpoint / sum. Okay. And then object here. Okay, and then let's do this. So let's not set the sum here anymore. Let's just submit things, and then we're going to then set the sum from the result, right? So let's just leave that here for now. So we'll be res, and then we do return res.json, and then after that JSON, then we can do stuff, right? So here is going to be what const sum is going to be JSON.sum, right? I'm not going to even do any like validation. I'm just going to do it as is, set sum. There we go. So that should be evaluated at the backend now, the a plus b. So what do we send actually? Well, let's send, first of all, method. It's going to be a post request, right? And then the next thing is going to be the headers. We need to send headers, and that's going to be, well, we're going to say content type is going to be what, application JSON, and then finally the body is going to be JSON.stringify. Again, it's going to be A, B. How's that? Oops. Okay. Cool. So we should be getting CORS error, right? Like if since we haven't even like enabled like CORS in the backend. See, cross origin blocked. So let's just figure out how to do CORS. Okay, so Flask CORS. All right, Flask CORS. You should probably like be more diligent than me when you're doing it for real. But okay, AI overview. Let's go, Gemini. Okay, pip install Flask CORS, and then we just do this. Okay, easy. All right, let's do it. So we're gonna put it here. So boom, from Flask CORS import CORS, and then once we instantiate the app, which is called CORS app. Okay, so we need to install this, right? So no module named Flask CORS. That's okay. Let's just do this. Pip install Flask CORS. Okay, so it looks like it works. I'm just going to be brave and freeze requirements right away. Okay, so now let's start it up again. It looks like it might be working. All right, let's try it. Let's do 45 plus 3 or 2. My finger hit 2. So we'll have solve. And what happened? Well, it looks like something went through. Let's see, sum, fetch, response, no response data. Why? Oh, because, well, I said result, and what did I say in the front end? I said, what did I say? JSON.sum. I say JSON dot what? Result. Okay, try that again. Did it happen? Something happened this time? No? Oh, or there. Okay, so this was, okay, cool. So I sent 45 and 2. Response back is 47. Here's the raw. Okay, so we are now utilizing our backend. Cool. All right. Now, this is going to change, right? We're going to deploy it in the cloud. So we need to make this more dynamic through environment variables. So Vite actually has that before you do the build process, right? So Vite build environment variables. All right, so it's pretty easy. So all we had to do is just use the Vite stuff, right? So we had to do import meta env right there, built-in constants. So base URL is what we want, right? So here in this case, I believe it's just as simple as referring to import.meta.env.base URL. Okay, and this is determined by, per documentation, the base config option. What is this? So how do we do this again? Okay. Vite exposes certain constants under a special import meta env. Okay, that's the environment variable object. So like when it builds, it's going to take all your environment variables, and anytime you reference an environment variable in one of your source codes, it's going to replace with this, with whatever values within this environment variable, and then on the real like output under the dist directory, it's going to have the right values. So that's essentially what it is. Right here. So this is going to be in the .env. So it's literally from your environment variable. So, so let's actually just do a quick build, right? So let's call, in this case, let's just call API base URL. And let's just define it custom to ourselves, okay? So I have API base URL. And basically, if I were to do npm run build, I think, no, oops. npm run build. Okay, so it's going to build, right? And it's going to put everything in dist. So if I do cd dist, and then if I were to go to, I think, assets, there should be a JavaScript file, right? Okay, so in here, right, somewhere in the code, so if I do vim index, whatever, there should be like an API base URL, right? Base URL, base API somewhere. I think it's minified, but so hard to see, but I could look for a fetch. Okay, so if I could look for a fetch, well, fetch priority, fetch DNS prefetch. Here we go. So do you see this underscore 1 here, right? So that's gonna be here. The sorry. Okay, see. So this const underscore 1 is going to be undefined, and that's referenced here because we didn't set the environment variable. But if we were to go and set the environment variable again, let's say before we build, so it was API base URL, it's going to be HTTP localhost 5000, for example, right? And then we do npm run build. Okay, now let's go back again to this directory. Oops, dist. And then look at assets, then index. Okay, so again, maybe it's the same name. Yes, there we go. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, Wait a second here. Where did I name it? Where did I name it? Where did I name it? API-based URL. That's what I said. API-based URL. Yeah. Let's see. It uses a .m file, but we could always use... Oh, shoot. It has to be v underscore. Dar. Okay. So if I did v underscore, it has to be prefix v underscore. And then for some reason, it'll just magically lock that v underscore off. And magically it works. Let's see. Underscore 1. No. Why? Oh, you know what I think it is? Let's do this. RMRF dist. Okay. And then let's do that again. And then let's do what, dist assets that. So it keeps thinking nothing has changed because I didn't change anything, and I think that's the reason why. So if I do that, okay, how do we do this? Some key. How do we use some key? It has to be v. Okay, so v API base URL. I told you we can't remember everything. Okay, do that again. Okay, I should be getting different hash now. Okay, whatever. Copy path. Vim. Oops, what am I doing? Oh no. Okay, all right. What is going on? Oh, that's the full path. Okay, fine. Okay, so there we go. So now it's replaced, right? So all good. So that's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna just define an environment variable when we're finally on our machine. So bang. Okay. CD front end. Actually, let's do this. RF dist, and let's just rebuild again. I'm going to trust that works. Whatever. So that's going to be under this directory here, right? Front end / dist. Okay. So what we want to do is we're going to serve static assets, right, from that. So basically, here's how it's going to work. Flask static static assets, right? So static files. So we had to declare something for static files. So it's something like what we would do for Express. Come on. Maybe here. Send from directory. Is that what it is? Send from directory. No, I just want static. Let's see. I guess it's hard coded to be static, huh? Send static file. Okay. So, sure. But it has to be in the static folder. Can we rename that? Let's see. If you're trying to serve static files in Flask, added root directory. Nope, you can't do that. I'm pretty sure you have to put it in a static folder, huh? Yeah. Okay. Sure. So we can just do this. I mean, like I said, super simple apps. We're not deploying this all the time, right? Front end. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do maker static. Okay, we're gonna mv front end dist star, and I think we'll do recursive. Let's do that into static. Let's see what happens. No, is it? What's recur? How do we do move recursive? Let's see. MV help. MV recursive is automatic. MV recursive. Let's see. Move MV recursive. Oh, star. Yeah, I was right. Necessary cookies on. Okay. So MV, was it front end dist star to static, right? Boom. Okay. So ls static. Okay, we got everything. So inside this static folder is going to be our stuff. Okay. So if I do main up high again, and now I'm serving, okay, from the index route, I'm just name this index. I'm going to then say serve static, send static file. So I think in this entry here, there should have been some Python code to allow us to send static files. Let's see, Flask send static files example. Okay, how to serve static HTML. Okay, so why I said necessary. Okay. Put statics in static folder, leave slash set to default, don't give a static URL path, access static counter over pre-configured static. Okay. Right there. Okay. So current app. What's current app? Current app. Oh, I guess it's another import. Current app. I don't even know how old this answer is. 2014. Let's see. Let's see what's deprecated and what isn't. Let's do it. Current return current app.send static file index.html. Let's see what happens. Detect a change. Okay, so if I just did localhost, oh, interesting. That kind of worked, ish. But I would have to map all these routes too. Oh, come on. Okay. Okay, so I figured it out. Basically, it's actually Flask send from directory that we need. So all I need to do is just do send from directory. And then I'm going to specify here the route is going to be using this type of example. Since I want to be at the root route, right? I could just do something like path file name in this case, and then in the index here I can just specify file name and then call send from directory, which I've already imported up here. Return send from directory, and then I think all it is just file name like that. Oh, I guess I think also the static directory in this case. So if I were to refresh, oh, I think it's literally if I did index.html. Yeah, it works now. Okay, great. And do we have all resources and assets? Great, it works. However, it's not exactly the effect I want. I want like the root path to work. So if I did something like this, I want it to actually work. So I'm gonna say index static here. And then I'm going to define another route that will just redirect. So app route, just the index like that. And then def index, I'm going to do a return. I think it's just redirect, right? Index.html. Let's see if that works. Otherwise, I have another method to do this. So redirect. Okay. So if I did that, okay, cool. It then redirects to index.html. You could also do something like I think something like this too works. So index index.html works. Index static, sorry. Call the function instead. And then even if you did that, maybe not. Index static, or sorry, it takes in the file name. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so that works too. And I'm going to leave it like that because it just looks better. Okay. So we have all that, and it's in static. But now I'm wondering if we even need static. I wonder if we could just place the dist directory. So if I were to, let's say, go out here, go back to our front end, and we don't have a dist directory anymore, right? So if we do dist, we have nothing in here. So what happens if I just do rmrf static, and go back to front end, and then I think it was, our build was what? Was it the API base URL npm run build? Okay, so it builds all that, and it's going to be in front end / dist because it's a relative directory to the app. So main.py. Okay, so here instead of static, and I think when we refresh it won't even work. Yeah, so we did this. Let's see, was it front end / dist? Okay, and then refresh. That works. So now we can just build our app repeatedly, and it'll just work. Okay. Right. So now it's time to deploy this. So, first of all, how do we do that? Well, let's just do this first. So we have 3 things, right? Well, big folders. So let's do front end first, just to make sure we have a git ignore. Cat.git ignore should be here. Cool, it's all there. So it should be ignoring dist anyway. So let's just do git add everything. Actually, git add. Okay, git status. Okay, so we have everything in here. No secrets, nothing. So we'll just get push or commit initial. Okay, oops, git commit initial. Yeah. Okay, git push. Okay. So we want to deploy this to the cloud, right? So we need a VM. So let's create a VM. Okay, I'm assuming you have your key pairs, all that junk already. So cool sum, which is called cool sum. Okay, so here's an instance. Let's do Ubuntu. I like Ubuntu. Okay, so free tier eligible. Let's do, I don't know. What do we have? We have, I have no idea what these mean. Okay, so we have 2204. I like 2204. Okay, sounds reasonable. Okay, some of your current settings. Okay, whatever. So that's gonna give us what? I guess 1 vCPU, 1 gig RAM or something. Sure. So cool sum, architecture, x86 64. Ah, right here, 1 vCPU. Do we have anything else? Yeah, let's just go free. Key pair. Okay, my key pair. And then so I can SSH in, create security group, allow SSH traffic. That part out, but what I've edited out is allow SSH traffic from not anywhere. Okay, so then I'm gonna do like a 30 gig volume because I get to have 30 gigs. And then all I need is 1 instance, launch instance, good to go. Okay, so let's wait for that. But now what we want to do is we want to learn how to deploy the Flask app in production mode, right? So let's do a new tab. I like this. This is good. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so it was Flask in production mode. So how do we do that? Deploy to production tutorial. Great. So what do we need? If you want to deploy your application elsewhere, you need to build a wheel file. Oh, so there's like a executable, right? Nah. In the beginning of the tutorial, you gave a default secret key. This should be changed. Wait, what is a secret key? Some random bytes in production. Otherwise, attacker can use the public dev key to modify the session cookie. Well, we don't really have sessions and stuff, so I guess it's okay. Yeah, it is for Flask-R. But we have this one. When running publicly rather than development, you should not use the built-in development server, which is the Flask run, which is what we're running right now. The development server is provided by Workzug for convenience, but it's not designed to be particularly efficient, stable, secure. Instead, use a production WSGI server. For example, use Waitress. First install it in the virtual environment. Got it. Let's do it. So this is the one we want, I think. So pip install Waitress. Okay, boom. Okay, so pip freeze requirements.text. And if I just do, oh, we need to do the Flask R. Oh, we do need that. Flasker. Fine. Okay. Do we? Let's see. Oh, we need a. How about this? Let's find other ones. Yeah, I think that's the easiest one. Okay, so let's just do it. Okay, so pip install build. Sure. Pip install build. Okay. Then we can do Python and build wheel. What? Does not appear. No pyproject.toml or setup.py. Why is that? Why? Okay. Should I just do setup.py? I can just do waitress.serve, right? Let's do that. Wow. Module object. So if I can do waitress serve call, can I just do main.py? No, main. No. Oh. Module object is not callable. We do need module. I just want okay, fine. WS a whiskey. Let's just do it. Oh, here we go. So I found it, I think. So let's do it. Waitress serve host 0.0.0 call. What's hello app? Module factory. From hello import app. Can I just do main? No. App? No. Boom. Missing 2 required positional argument environment and start response. Oh, okay, sure. So waitress. So environ. Okay, this is it. The last call waitress. Let's just search that. Okay, isn't correctly invoked. Oh, okay, so we need this stuff. So okay. Serve ensures waitress correctly calls the Flask app within the whiskey context. Sure, okay, fine. Let's use vim server.py. Okay, so from waitress import serve, from main import app, if name equals main, sure, serve app host, hot, 0.0.0.0, port, I'm gonna leave it at, let's do 3000, okay, just for variety. So now what do I do? So I just do python server.py. That work? Okay, sure. It's doing something. So localhost 3000. Oh, that works. Okay, great. So that's how we just wrote a server. There we go. With waitress. Okay. So I guess that's all there is to it, right? It should not be run as root. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Anyway, so we should have our instance running at this point. So okay, so now let's do this. Let's SSH into here. That's private. Public. Okay. Let's do that. So if I did, I'm just gonna kill this. So let's see. First of all, I need to do pip freeze requirements.txt. Okay, and then what do I have here? I'll just git add. Okay, git commit. Let's do waitress. Okay, git push. Boom. Okay, good to go. All right. So now I'm gonna open it up in the window. So I'm gonna do SSH EC2 user at blah. It should go because I have a key pair already. Nope, no key pair. Is it EC2 user? Who would it be? Let's see. I thought it would be EC2. Isn't it always EC2 user? How do I do this? How do I connect? Connect. Oh, it's Ubuntu. Ubuntu at Ubuntu Advantage. That. Oops. Okay. Sure thing. Okay, so I have this, right? Now, we can git clone and do everything like we just did right now, which is fine. So I'm gonna clone, since it's public, I'm just gonna clone the public version. So, git clone, boom. Okay, so now, all right. What is it? What are we running on? Python 3, 3.12.3. Perfect, my favorite version. Okay, so we're gonna do Python 3-m vnv.vnv. Oh, I don't have it installed. Okay, so I sudo apt install Python 3.12 vnv. Why? Has no. Oh, I think I need to sudo apt update first. Maybe my package repository thing is out of date or whatever Amazon provides. So let's see here. Okay, whatever. Okay, let's make this bigger. Okay, so let's do that again. Oh, look, magically works after apt install or update. Okay, so let's try that again. Let's create a virtual environment, and it should work now. Source.env bin activate. Boom. Okay, so pip install-r requirements.txt. Okay, so it's all the requirements. Now I'm going to go to the front end. Okay, I'll go front end, and then I am going to do npm install and npm run build to build the. Alright, I gotta install npm too. Where are we at? Let's do Volta. Don't tell me I don't have curl too. Watch, I don't have curl. Watch. Oh, I do have curl. Okay, so what do we do? Source And then we'll do Volta install node at LTS. Okay. Now we should have this. Okay, do it again. Good. Works. Okay, so now we're going to create a build or dist directory. Okay. So, oh, of course. Gotta do it again because of the API key, right? So vite base API. What was it called? Was it app.jsx? Vite base URL. Okay. So vite base vite API base URL. Okay. Vite API base URL. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to just take this IP. What was the IP? Right here. So I'm gonna take this IP right there. Okay. You know what? Let's do the public. Okay, let's do the public DNS. So we'll do public DNS. And just do this. HTTP like that. Okay? And then that. Okay. So that should be okay. Let's go back up. And then I think it's as simple as python server.py. But we're on port 3000, aren't we? I wonder if we have port 80 exposed. You know what? Let's learn how to expose a port. Let's do that. Okay, hold on. Okay. Where are we at? Security groups. I think default? The launch wizard? Inbound roles. Should be, yeah. Whoa. All traffic, all ports. Wait, so if I did server.py and I went to the public IP, let's go here again. I'm opening like a ton of tabs. Okay. Let's do this. Open address, but let's do on port 3000. Where does that take us? Doesn't take us anywhere. So we do have to expose something. We want inbound rules, right? So what is actually the security group for this one is what? Networking. Would it be networking or would it be security? Ah, right here. Cool. So security group rule ID SG whatever. Let's go click into here and just add it. So IPv4. It's only opening up SSH for now. So we're gonna add and then we're gonna add a rule. Custom TCP, custom port range. It's gonna be what, 3000? Let's do that. What source? Let's do it. Done. Cider block. Oh, okay. So everybody. Yeah, anywhere. Okay. So that should be okay, and if I just refresh again, the role should take effect pretty fast, I think. Or it's HTTPS. I want HTTP. I don't have HTTPS. Okay, good. So good. So now we're actually okay. Let's do it. Port 8000 now. Come on, I can't delete that. 8000. Buggy. Anywhere IPv4. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, so python server.py. Is that gonna work? It has to be 8000, right? Okay, works. Cool. Okay. Cool. So now we do have something online, right? But we want to have like a domain name and everything too. So, but let's just make sure this works, right? 4 plus 3. Oh, it doesn't work. Why? Oh, because port. our API URL. Okay, so again, one more thing. We prematurely built without knowing what port we wanted, and that was bad. So what do? I'm going to rmrf dist, and then I'm going to rebuild again. So I'm gonna do, was it API base URL, but this time I'm gonna do 8000. Then I'm gonna run build. Okay. Then let's do Python server.py. Okay, again, one more time. Okay, well, I get a lot of weird stuff now. Why is that? I don't know. Oh, it works though. Weird. Let's do it again. Oh, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, that works now. So it hits a backend. So full stack so far, but not so good in terms of, you know, this being. I don't have this port thing here or domain name problems, right? So let's expose that. But in this case, let's start up this server in the background. Okay, so Python server.py. I think, what is it? What is it called? Well, actually, you know what? Let's do tmux. I don't know how to start. I don't know how to start up and leave it running. So let's just do tmux. Okay, let's do a tmux session. Okay, tmux session. Okay, awesome. Keep this. Okay, so again, source vnb bin activate. Okay, great. So let's do Python server.py. Okay, so that should start it up again, and then I'll just create another. Oops, is it Control C? Control C. There we go. Create another view, and then let's try this. Let's try exiting, and now our server should still be running. Yes, it is. Cool. This is like really ghetto, right? So, what is it? 404 some. Why is that? Oh, still this. Oh, this is localhost. Never mind. Where was I? Did I get rid of too many windows? Let's see. Oh, right here. Okay, let's do this. That works. See, it's still online. Still online, right? Still online. See? Okay, so let's SSH back in. Okay. Now, we should not be attached to anything unless we do tmx a, and we're back, right? So now let's do some Cloudflare magic or whatever. Yeah, let's just do some Cloudflare magic right now. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to Cloudflare. Cloudflare.com. I'm gonna register a domain name, and then call it my cool project or something. So I'm gonna log in. And yeah. So let's actually register a domain name. Okay. I don't know. Let's call it coolsum.dev. Yeah, coolsum.dev. Well, that's expensive. Anything cheaper? Coolsum.cc, coolsum.club, coolsum.work, coolsum.work. Coolsum.dev. Okay, so let's do 1 year. Okay, I'm gonna fill in all this stuff, and then I am definitely not complete purchase. All right. Okay. Okay, all done. All right, manage domain. Let's do it. Okay, so what do I do here? Domain. Okay, let's do DNS. How do we do DNS? You know what? Even easier. Let's do zero trust. Okay. Okay. What is this? Your team name. Okay, I don't know. Okay, free. Let's just do free. Zero trust controls. 3 networks, filtering. Sure, free. Okay, so we got zero trust. What I want to do is so the reason why I want zero trust is because it actually provides you with a lot of filtering and like DDoS protection and all that stuff. So it's pretty useful to do. So I'm gonna create a tunnel. Okay, so we need to add a tunnel in our Ubuntu server here. So it's really easy. So you want to do it Cloudflare D, right? So once we do that, we can name it as Coolsum, for example. We'll need save tunnel. And then we can just do, was it Debian? 64-bit. And then we haven't ever installed it before, so we'll just copy and then just install it like that. Okay. Okay, so then all we have to do now is, I think eventually it's gonna come up, yeah, right there. So hit that, and then basically we're gonna do optional, so we don't need that. Let's do path optional. Then we're gonna do, it's gonna be routing to HTTP. So in this case, we want to just expose localhost. Was it 8,000 that we had? Okay, and then save tunnel. That's it, right? Okay, so if we did coolsum.dev, right? We should eventually, well, still going. I think it's still provisioning. Okay, let's do it again. I'm gonna edit out. So moment of truth, HTTPS, because Cloudflare provides that. Coolsum.dev. Boom. All right. Well, our API is still messed up, right? But I mean, it's compiled with the AWS stuff, but it should like work, I guess. No, it shouldn't, because it's HTTP. So what we can do is we can go back up here, and then here in our server, let's recompile again our front end, right? And let's just do what was it? I don't even need to go front end. API. Oh, API Vite API base URL is going to be HTTPS coolsum.dev. I'm going to do npm run build. But I think, I don't know if it did it generate. You know what? I'm going to just do rmrf again, because nothing changed, and it tends to be like that. Okay. It was API based URL, right? API based URL. Okay, yeah, it was. Okay. So now that I have dist rebuilt, should work. I just ran it like this. Should still work. Okay. So there we go. Yay! Full stack app, all done. Okay, just be secure. Okay, so now security, right? So this is pretty cool in that it allows you, let me find it, to actually configure some rules. So for no, there was a way to do this. Let's do back up front, account home. Let's go to here. Then let's go to security, and then let's go to WAF. There we go. Okay, cool. So, okay, not now. Okay. Oh my gosh, Cloudflare. Okay, so we had to upgrade to Pro, but that's okay. Let's just create our own rules. We have 5 rules. So basically, we only allow our endpoints that we want, right? So we just allow sum and index. Actually, you know what? Let's just block. What do we have here? Let's just block anything that is not get or a post, for example, right? So this is an example. No, we need options too. We also need head. So let's just do that. So in this case, we can say request method equals does not equal, right? Get post, or I find get and request method does not equal was it post, and request method does not equal options, and request method where is it? Request method does not equal head. Is head an official one? Oh yeah, head. There we go. Okay, so what else? So let's just say choose action. We want to block if it does not allow. So we'll hit deploy. Okay. So did that work? Come on. Oh, rule name. block methods. Deploy. Done. So we have one, right? So technically, our app should still work. Let's close this one. This is obnoxious. Okay. So technically, this should still work just fine. Okay. It's just that now any sort of request methods that don't match that are non like standard stuff will be blocked. I don't know what else do we have. Let's do rate limiting. I don't know. Let's see. So we don't want verified bot. Okay. So no bots. Okay. Or verified bot category. We don't want. Oh, I guess that's fine. Or password leaked. I guess. Yeah. Whatever. So no bots and anything that reveals passwords. Okay. So I don't know what it is. So what is it? 0 or let's see, 0 exceeds 1 request. Yeah, just give them only 1 request. I don't know. Period 10 seconds. So they can't crawl and then do stuff to us for duration of 10 seconds. Make it painful, right? So okay, so that's like another rule. I'm just doing random rules. But then if you upgrade to Pro, for example, and just like do the $20 a month one, you get like more fancy rules and things like that. Up to you, whatever you want to do. You can also create your own custom rules, like for example, I don't know, no HTTPS, right? So does not, right? So I don't know what this is. Anyway, you get the idea. Known bots. Okay, fine. Let's block known bots. Known bots block. Okay. So let's do block. Let's just do the first one. This is examples. Okay, so you know we're a tiny bit safer, right? If you think about it. Anyway, so layer 7. That's it. Okay. Essentially, that's how I would, deploy a full stack app without like crazy configuration. Really, it's more for like a temporary kind of thing when you want to show something off for like a few days or a couple weeks and so on. So, yeah, that's about it. And oh yeah, since I have tmux on here, I can just simply exit, right? And then everything will still be running as long as I don't restart the instance, and then you'll just have to restart the server again. You have like SSH in, do all that stuff. So that's about it. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna turn off SSH in general. Nah, I'll leave it to my IP anyway. So yeah, that's about it. Really, that's the video. Thanks.